wollte gerade sagen.
Ja.
Wart ihr erfolgreich shoppen?
Yes.
Ich war shoppen, aber nicht erfolgreich.
Ey. War jemand von euch bei Nike drin?
Katastrophe.
Ey.
Das habe ich noch nie erlebt, sowas. Da ist einer rumgelaufen mit dem Schild, wo drauf stand, wo das Ende von der Line ist.
Da waren ja hunderte Leute, die in dem Zickzack da, zack, durch den Laden. Wahnsinn. Wo warst du erfolgreich?
Bei Gems, heißt das so?
Ja.
Okay. Gems. Da habe ich mir ein sommerliches Nike-Shirt gekauft. So sommerliche Farben, orange und so. Und bei Calvin Klein habe ich mir Unterbuchsen gekauft. Gab 30%,
der feine Herr.
30% Rabatt. Also jetzt bin ich hier das Calvin Klein Model.
Wer war das Calvin Klein Model?
Ach, das kenne ich nicht. Mark Wahlberg.
Korrekt. Einer von uns. Wo warst du erfolgreich? Wieder bei der Unterwäsche, die du uns zeigen möchtest?
Nee, das war mir zu heftig heute. Da habe ich keinen Spaß dran.
Einer von uns? Saumpumper.
Ach so, meinst du das?
Mark. Kennst du auch?
Ja, doch, den kenne ich.
Ich mag den Sänger.
Den kenne ich nicht.
Ist Mark Wahlberg.
Achso.
Kennst du die genannten Personen?
Ja.
Korrekt.
Ja.
Gut.
How is the weather? The weather? Very wet. Okay. Okay.
Frag mal, ob es Sinn macht zu kommen.
Yeah, we are on our way. Wie lange brauchen wir noch? Wet, hat er gesagt.
Red oder Bad?
Wet.
Wet.
Yes.
Keine Hecke dabei?
Jacke. Du?
Ich hab einen Pulli dabei. Luftig.
Hast du schon gesehen? Direkt Kopf hochgehoben.
Ach ja.
Hier ist ein bisschen. Ich kann nur Hühner.
Dem ist auch ein gutes Huhn. Welches Tier kannst du besonders gut?
Das Faultier.
Macht ja nichts.
Ja, das kann ich besonders gut.
Ja, dem geht's auch gut hier.
Ja.
Das ist der Schlachter kommt.
Ja, wie sind wir überhaupt in diese Situation gekommen? Hey Leute, wir haben heute einen kleinen Ersatzprogrammpunkt. Leider haben wir nicht das korrekte Wetter dafür ausgesucht. Wir sind hier auf der High Point Performance Horses Ranch. Is it right?
Yep, correct.
Okay. And Dan will show us the ranch.
Yep.
Sie haben einige exotische Tiere auch hier und züchten Rennpferde, wenn man das so formulieren kann.
Yeah. What are you doing exactly here?
So we're a quarter horse breeding farm. So we breed quarter horse, about 2,500 horses a year. We stand 25 stallions, and we show the American quarter horse. So in all the discipline of quarter horses. And with that, we have exotic animals on our ranch as well. So we have quarter horse.
What is it?
It's a breed of horse. So it's the most versatile of all horses. It's the fastest horse in a quarter mile. So like at racetracks, you have thoroughbreds. So this is a different type of horse. So it's a breed of horse.
Can we start with the most powerful and beautiful stallion that you have here?
Yeah. So here, come here. Let's start with Slick by Design. So Slick by Design is the stallion that put us on our map. Went to the NFR 5 times. So the NFR is the National Finals Rodeo held in Vegas, and he went 5 times in his career. So 4 times with Michelle McLeod, and then Stevie Hillman rode him his 5th year. So he's one of our stallions. He has a Breyer horse after him. He's a big, beautiful black stallion. Come here.
And he is here.
He's here. Yeah, he's here.
Sieht schon geil aus, wenn die so mit Dreck so hochfliegt und alles, ja?
Do you know anything about horses, or do you guys?
We had a trail on the South Fork Range yesterday in Dallas. Range. We had a trail, trail, like riding really slow.
Just trail ride.
This has nothing to do with this.
Okay.
How fast do they go? Like.
What do you think? What's 32 miles an hour in kilometers? What's 32 miles?
Can you say hello?
Say hi.
Hello,
Yeah,
Colonel.
buddy.
Yeehaw.
Okay, so 32 miles per hour is 51.49 kilometers per mile.
Not bad.
You guys here to compete, or why are you guys? What brought you out here?
You know who Ronnie Coleman was?
I don't.
Ronnie Coleman was the most famous bodybuilder who ever lived, the best of all time. And Ronnie Coleman trained at Metroflex Gym, Arlington, Texas.
Okay.
And we were here to visit Metroflex Gym where he used to train.
Huh. So this is Winners. He's a race horse.
I have never seen such a beautiful horse in my life.
So I'll show you what's cool. What's kind of cool. This is Slick. This is the one that's on the picture. It's been the NFR for 5 times. This is the guy that's put us on the map. So barrel horses, you know, women in rodeo ride barrels, and it's a timed event. So the fastest horse wins. And he's very very good at what he does. But it's all boys in here. This is all stallions.
Can you say what's the worth of one of those horses? The net worth? Or are you allowed to say that? Approximately.
His net, he's valued between $4 and $6 million.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody in here is in the six figures.
Okay.
But it's all about speed, not how they look.
Correct. In barrel racing.
It doesn't matter how they look if they have the.
It could be a donkey. In rodeo, you don't even. Yep, doesn't matter what you are, what breed you are, what association you are. It's who's ever just the fastest. In true rodeo. Now he is a quarter horse, so when he runs in his association, you have to be another quarter horse. So that's his registered breed.
But because it's a stallion, they have the
testicles.
Balls, yes?
Yep.
So they are easy to handle.
He's unique. Like he's able to do his job and to breed and good. Some stallions are hard to handle, some aren't. You know, they all can be more aggressive. They tend, especially when they're breeding. But for the most part, our stallions are very calm and relatively easy to handle.
At what age are they performing at their max? How long can they perform at their maximum level?
Yeah, so each discipline, so being a barrel race, you could still run competitively 18-20. So from about 4-year-old to about 18 to 20. But a typical, you know, between 4 and 10 to 12 is kind of the ideal time. But, you know, there's a lot, you know, like in bodybuilding, like all the different categories, you know, for age, for, you know, same thing with horses.
Okay.
So same, there's always a class for him. So it may not be the, you know, but there's always a class.
Okay.
When I compare his physique, so I would say
different.
He's the winner.
Well, he's a racehorse, so different, you know. So like,
He's a racehorse,
and this is a quarter horse. Yeah, like
so he goes just to the short distance, and he's going the long distance.
Exactly
right?
correct. He's the fastest in a mile. He's the fastest in a quarter mile.
Okay.
This one's a sprinter. This one's the long distance.
Okay, now I get it.
Guck dir den mal an von der.
And that's why you see the difference, the whole difference in body.
Yeah. I mean, from the body, when I compare it with bodybuilding, and I judge him, he's like painted.
Very aesthetic animal.
He's a beautiful boy. Yeah.
Everything, even the face, the skin. Guck mal, die Beine hier, das ist ja
so lieben, gell?
Wahnsinn. Crazy.
So in quarter horse, they have a discipline called halter. And halter is you're just judged on conformation. So it's like the bodybuilding horse. You don't ride them. You just show them and you show off their muscles and their conformation. So this is one of those horses. So you know, just bigger, thicker. So he's not showing right now. So you know how like you bulk up and then lean up before show. Same thing with these horses. Okay. So you'll get him real. You know, you'll lean him out. You'll pick him up. But you're judging him on all of his characteristics.
So you put him on diet.
Yes.
You put him on diet. Yeah, just like you would train. Yeah.
So he does. Normally he does a bulk up phase where he builds his muscle, and then you trim him down to the show. So right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. But you know, he just different the chest. You just see him.
Schau mal die Brust an.
Exactly.
Und die Beine. Boah.
This is invincible.
Are the horses drug tested in the show?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Yellowstone? Is it popular yet?
No, I just got it recommended today.
Okay. So those horses, this is one of the horses that would be on that show.
So he's a TV star.
Dennis Wolf.
Well, his owner is a TV star. His owner is the most
Yellowstone.
famous cowboy in the world. So Trevor Brazil owns this horse. Yeah. So physically, you know, there's treadmills for horses. So you'll work on different body parts, like, you know, legs by going uphill, and swimming. Swimming's a big thing for horses. That'll make them nice and bulky.
So you have pools for the horses and swim trainers for the horses.
Yeah. There's everything for the horses.
Amazing.
There's, you know, it's just like people. There's 15 specialists for horses. You know, there's reproductive specialists, there's foot specialists, there's lameness, there's esophagus, there's lung, there's you name it. So there's a specialized vet for just like people.
And they also have their nutritionist.
Oh yeah, yeah. You all get supplemented in vitamins, and so it's called.
Do they get blood tested and you see what? Okay.
They do more so. We scope them. So you throw a tube down them, make sure they don't have ulcers, make sure digestive wise, because a lot of times you don't want them to stress, and when you stress, you can get ulcers, especially hauling horses for a long period of time. So you want to make sure, you know, you're taking care of their gut, because that's a big thing for their health. Funny, like, everybody's here for a purpose. He loves to look out these two windows. You know, there's certain horses that want windows, there's certain horses that don't want other horses next to them. So you figure out how to make that horse happy, and then they'll give you more back. And then we do that with all the animals.
Du bist das schönste Pferd, was ich jemals gesehen habe. Unglaublich. Ja, guck mal, wie der aussieht. So ein edles Tier. Guck mal hier.
Easy.
One of our good friends in horse training. Everybody has a unique pattern, so just like your thumbprint, so you can digitally recognize each of them. There's 3 girls up front and our boys in the back. This is Gerald. He's big.
This is his house.
Yep, this is his house. Yep. It's one of those animals we felt we could really do it well here. The temperature of Texas is only about 8 degrees off the average temperature of Africa.
Okay, yeah.
So geography-wise, the climate's very conducive here. It's very good for giraffe. So we felt it was a real opportunity to work with this species.
Hey! Michi, komm mal noch mit Küssi.
He loves people. He's 24/7.
So it's no problem to eat this?
Yeah. Yeah. There's not much. So ideally you want lots of little meals, kind of like people, you know, just lots of little meals. For these guys, all fiber. You want fiber, no sugar.
Okay. But how much food does he need per day?
So that's a great question. So basically, a male will eat about 1 to 1.5% of his body weight per day, and a female is about 1.5 to 2% of her body weight per day. So for him, that's about 40 to 45 pounds of food. And so that's broken up into a whole bunch of little meals. So your staple, so you feed the majority alfalfa, which if you break it down is about 60 to 65%. Then we feed a pellet called Missouri. And Missouri is basically, so what you want tons of fiber for these guys. So Missouri is, you know, crushed up leaves and bark and twigs and just fiber. And we feed that 4 times a day to these guys. And that's about 30% of their diet. And then the balance, we try to give them as much browse as possible.
Oh. Hast noch ESN-Shirts dabei?
He's just getting your attention.
Oh.
You're not paying attention to him like everybody else, so he's gonna...
So he's really happy that there are people now here.
Yeah,
He's,
he loves it. But
he's enjoying
He
it.
seems to enjoy the human.
No, he really enjoys the humans. But he likes a reaction. So he's sizing you up. He's gonna see what you're gonna do. He's gonna grab your glasses.
Ich muss jetzt an die Conan-Szene denken, ne? Kennst du die noch?
Ne, ich meine. Wie süß seid ihr denn?
Cool, huh? No. So this is Jane Doe. She's a fallow deer. He doesn't like him as much, but you can try to give him one. See if he'll eat it. But so we keep her about 80 degrees and about 60% humidity.
So cool.
Here you go.
She's so sweet.
So she knows, she thinks when she hears the door open, she wants to transfer. Hi. Hello, my sweet. Isn't she pretty? These are very sweet girls. They're not very sweet, these girls. Look at her.
Die Füße wie so Lederschuhe unten. Ja.
Poop and peeps. They don't want
And
anything to
then
hear them.
they get back up again.
Yep. They can't walk. They can swim and climb. They can't walk.
One at a time.
See ya. I know. What are they doing? Who are these people? Want to say hi?
Yeah.
It's a castrated male, so usually in kangaroo world, like an intact male would be really aggressive, really dominant. Yeah. So, but he's really cool. It's a 30-day gestation period, and then they're born hairless and blind. They're marsupial, so they have a pouch, and so then they crawl up in the pouch and live in the pouch for up to a year. In about 6 months, they start sticking their head out of the pouch, okay. And that's when you can pull them to raise them.
For a year?
Renn, Forrest, renn!
Geht nicht.
These are Aldabra babies. So each plate is called a scoot, okay. And then these are basically the growth rings. So you can see how fast they're growing, but they will be the size of the parents.
How old are these ones?
They're about 18, or excuse me, about 8 months.
8 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And we had 3 that hatched. So when they'll dig a hole, lay the eggs, we watch them on the cameras, then we dig up the holes and then put them in these incubators.
Okay.
Hold them if you want.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. So tortoise land, turtle water. So tortoise doesn't have webbed feet. Big thing about these guys, you know, fiber. You want to feed them a lot of grass, no fruits. You don't want sugar.
How long do they grow until they grow up?
Forever.
Forever.
But for the first 100 years, you grow the most, and then but these things will live 200 plus years.
Really?
But you constantly grow. So like and then these are your growth rings. So when you look at the parents, you'll see the exact same thing. So
they grow up to.
This is also a male?
That's also a male. That's a Galapagos. This is Aldabra and Aldabra, and this is a Galap female, and this is a Galap female.
What is the body weight of?
They're just a different type. So the Galapagos are from the Galapagos Islands, and then the Aldabras are from the Seychelles Islands, which is off Africa.
And they grow up to 100 years. They get older, but they grow.
No, you grow the most in the first 100 years, but you grow. He's 580 pounds.
It's really massive. The leg.
This guy.
Massive. Yeah, what are you? How many?
The stock there for it.
250. How many pounds? Yeah, twice. Over 2 of you.
Unterm Bruder. So ein Kind.
Und Tom, was, wie heißt das für euch?
Der Goda.
Goda.
Der Goda.
It's because they were outside and they came in, so they're going to want to kind of warm up.
Jung und frisch seht ihr aus.
Jugendlicht macht du jugendlich.
So, ein weiterer Tag im wunderschönen, stark verregneten Texas. Dallas endet.
Ja, erstmal unseren Dank aussprechen an unseren Organisator des heutigen Tages.
Also, mein Dank geht an die Katrin oder Quentin auf Instagram, die uns das empfohlen hat. Das High Point Performance Horses hat die Range heute geheißen. Da haben wir unter anderem den Slick kennengelernt, den 6 Millionen Hengst, und den Gerald, mit dem ich schmusen habe dürfen.
Mit Zunge möchte ich anmerken an dieser Stelle.
Mit Französisch.
Ja.
Wir haben es Französisch gemacht in Dallas. Und ich muss echt sagen, es war ein richtig sehenswerter Ausflug auf diese Range. Wir haben im Vorfeld nicht recht gewusst, was uns erwartet, aber ich glaube, man hat richtig gesehen, wie glücklich die Tiere dort sind und wie viel sich die Leute da um die Tiere umschauen. Und es war echt eine sehr, sehr schöne Erfahrung.
Vor allem zu den hochpreisigen Pferden hatten wir ja als Bodybuilder so ein bisschen so eine Verbindung, weil die werden auch richtig auf Diät gesetzt und da wird die Form bewertet und die haben einen Trainingsplan und ansonsten ruhen sie sich aus und machen Physiotherapie, also ist irgendwie so das Bodybuilding unter den Pferden.
Also man kann da sehr, sehr viele Verbindungen herstellen auf jeden Fall.
Welches Tier hat dir am besten gefallen?
Welches Tier am besten? Da kann ich mich wieder nicht festlegen.
Faultier.
Ja, das war mir sehr sympathisch, ja. Aber die anderen auch eigentlich. Ja. Kamel hat mir. Nee, das Kamel fand ich cool. Das hat so ein lustiges Gesicht, war auch so zutraulich.
Ansonsten geht es jetzt nach Hause und wir müssen noch einkaufen für was ganz Spezielles, was morgen früh stattfindet, also quasi im nächsten Video zu sehen sein wird. Da seid gespannt und ja, ich sag, verrate einfach nicht mehr. Wir müssen auf jeden Fall noch in den Supermarkt.
Bis zum nächsten Video.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.